So the question is, does Chelsea still have a good opportunity to finishing in the top four this season? Now, right now, they are currently sitting in third place ahead of Arsenal and Tottenham, who are the only two teams most likely to finish in the top four at the end of the season. Obviously, Manchester City and Liverpool are taking 1 and 2. But after losing to Everton, this really begs the question of how Chelsea will finish the season, because yes, they kind of have an easy schedule at the end of the season, but they just lost to Everton, who's a team that might be on its way out of the Premier League. And you would think with the caliber that Chelsea has, that they should have easily been able to beat Everton yesterday. Frank Lampard, love the guy, love him as a player, manager, still rooting for him, but I wanted him to lose yesterday, which obviously did not happen. It seems like something's happening right now at Chelsea, and I'm not too sure how big of an impact this could have on the rest of the season, because, like I said, currently we are sitting in third place with a good amount of points. We're 3 points ahead of Arsenal, which again should be enough for us. And then we are 5 points ahead of Tottenham, which the same thing, that should be enough points. But looking at our schedule, I'm not 100% sure how well we do, because we play Wolves, who we know how well they can play, and we could definitely drop points to them. We could even lose to Wolves. I wouldn't be surprised with how poor we've been playing as of lately. Our finishing just hasn't been there. And as we know, Wolves are very defensive mindset, so it's going to be even more difficult to score against them. And this could be a game that we just draw 0-0, or again, we lose 1-0, which again, dropping more points. After that, we play Leeds, who are battling for relegation with Everton, and they're obviously going to come out just firing on all cylinders, as they always do. They score a lot of goals. They also let up a lot of goals. So that one's going to be a shootout. Same thing. I'm not 100% confident that Chelsea win that game either. Now, again, they should win that game, but it will be a difficult one. Then we play Leicester, who this year have not been playing very well, and I think this is going to be the one that we should be okay. I say that now, watch when we play them, we end up losing that game, but this is the only game right now that I feel confident with us winning 100%, and that's against Leicester. I don't feel it against Wolves, I don't feel that against Leeds, and their last match is against Watford, who at that point, I don't know where Watford will be sitting. Most likely they're going to be out and going down of the Premier League again, but if some craziness happens that they still have a chance to fight to stay up in the Premier League, that is going to be a very, very difficult game on the last day. And obviously Watford is going to come out just doing everything they can to get points away from Chelsea. And that being said, I'm not too sure how many points Chelsea will get for the rest of the season. I think I hate to say it, I think we only get 4 points of our last 4 games, which as a Chelsea fan, I hate to say this, I would hope that we'd get 12 points out of this, but the way we're playing right now, I don't see it happening. So if we pick up 4 points, that puts us at 70 points overall, which again should be a good cushion. But looking at Arsenal, who are again 3 points behind us, they play Leeds. I think they can beat Leeds. They've been playing a lot better than us. They've been scoring a lot of goals. They just beat us a couple weeks ago, Arsenal. Then they play Tottenham. That's the one where it's going to get tricky, because obviously Tottenham and Arsenal are fighting for that last position. That one, it could go either way. So I'm not too sure. Let's just say it's a draw. So right now, they're at 4 points. Then they play Newcastle. Again, I think they can beat Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle is a very good team, but they're still rebuilding. So therefore, they can beat them. And then they play Everton. And same thing with Everton, like I said about Watford. That can be a very tricky game, but I think Arsenal can beat them as well. So they beat Leeds. They tie Tottenham. They beat Newcastle. And then they beat Everton. So that's going to be 10 points. So that puts them at 73. So that puts them above Chelsea. So Chelsea right now are at 4th place. Well, let's look at Tottenham, where we could possibly see how they end their season. Now again, there are only 4 games left in this season, so it's very difficult and very tight. So again, if Chelsea wins 2 games, then it doesn't matter really. The season's already over. We finish in top 4. But Tottenham play Liverpool, which again, we all know that is a difficult task. I don't see them beating Liverpool. Sorry about this cat that's about to knock something over there. We're just going to toss it anyways for him. Then they play Arsenal, like I talked about. So again, let's say they lose to Liverpool, which I think is probably going to happen. They draw to Arsenal, so 1 point there. Then they play Burnley, who I think they can beat. Then they play Norwich, who's already been relegated, which I think they can beat as well. So that puts them at 6-7 points, which, again, looking at the table, if they get 7 points, That puts them at 68 points. Now, that is speaking that they don't take points off of Arsenal or beat Arsenal or take points off of Liverpool. If they do that, they obviously get more points, but then that again fluctuates with Arsenal. But that being said, the top 4 is a lot closer than what people really think right now. Obviously, like I mentioned, Manchester City and Liverpool 1 and 2, no doubt about that. 3 and 4, though, is a toss-up again like it was last season and the season before. Chelsea are obviously in the driver's seat, but how it was last year and the year before that, we are just kind of falling forward for the most part. We keep messing up, keep losing points. Charity FC, I think we still finish top 4, but I'm not too sure if we finish in 3rd or 4th place. As of right now, I think we'll most likely finish in 4th place. I think Arsenal will somehow finish above us, which the season that they've had this entire season is almost going to be comical that they finish above us because they were terrible in the beginning of the season, but got things going, and lo and behold, Mikel Arteta, I think, is finally getting the development out of these players that he's been talking about, and he's got the players, and Arsenal could be a threat next season. Same with Tottenham if Conte stays, but Chelsea right now really need to look at rebuilding this squad. We have a lot of holes in the squad right now. We're just leaking goals. We need to figure out what we need defensively, midfield-wise, and obviously scoring because we are struggling in that attacking third. So my old take on this is that we do finish in the top 4. It will be tricky, very close with Tottenham, Arsenal, but again, I think we do finish the top 4. Don't know if it's going to be 3rd or 4th place, so hopefully 3rd, but it could most likely be 4th place. So that is all I have for you today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. Helps grow this YouTube channel, helps get the video to more and more fans such as yourself. And also, comment down below what you think about Chelsea, how they've done this season, and where you think they're going to finish at the end of this season. I want to know what you guys think. So that is it, and I will see you next time.